Today on September 17th, Archangel Michael says, only 15 minutes left. God is desperately trying to reach you. This is a warning from heaven itself. Do not ignore this or you will never hear him again. Open it quickly. The room around you feels familiar and heavy, as if the air itself is holding its breath. A clock somewhere keeps time with a steady pulse that moves through your ribs like a second heartbeat. You know deep inside that this is not an ordinary moment. Something has been circling your life like a quiet orbit, waiting for permission to land. Roads you tried before felt blocked by stone and shadow, yet a soft warmth begins to press against those walls. You can sense a door moving on hidden hinges. You remember the weight you carried last night when the lights went dim and dreams turned slow and gray. You walked to the window and hoped the sky would answer, and it did not, but it also did not turn away. The sky waited for this exact line of time. Your name is being said in places you have not entered yet. Your story is being read by hands you have not shaken yet. Your mercy and patience are being measured and multiplied in secret. 333 Blessing now. Type Amen to receive this covering. Protection surrounds your steps and speed rises beneath your feet. The first sign arrives like a hush before rain that finally decides to fall, a message that should have missed you finds you without your effort. The timing is too perfect to call it chance and your chest knows the difference. You will notice a sound that tells you to look again at what you set aside. A paper that once felt useless suddenly carries the exact phrase that moves a gate. An old key you kept for no reason fits a new lock you did not expect to face. Your life is being rearranged in kindness, even the parts that felt cruel while they were happening. The years that stiffened your shoulders are softening because they served a quiet purpose. The pain that tried to harden you is becoming a seal of authority on your heart. Someone who once refused to meet your eyes will feel a tug to speak with honesty. A voice that sounded cold will gather warmth like a coat in winter. A confession will travel toward you in plain daylight. 444 Blessing now. Type Amen to lift your faith. Lime impresses into place and favor stands at your right hand. There is a sound in the hall that no one else notices, like fabric brushing against mercy. It tells you to gather your courage and step where you hesitated before. What scared you is shrinking because the light has grown taller inside you. The next sign reaches through memory and straightens a crooked picture. A forgotten promise climbs out of dust and asks for water. You pour and the ground hums as if roots have always been waiting under your feet. You treasured small kindnesses when you had nothing else and those seeds did not disappear. They were counted and planted where your eyes could not follow. Now they are rising with strong stems and honest fruit. Prepare your hands to hold more than you planned for. Prepare your voice to speak with a new steadiness that does not shake at storms. Prepare your heart to receive without apology. 555 Blessing now. Type Amen to claim increase. Fresh strength fills your spine and the right doors swing open without resistance. A letter is moving toward you with your name written carefully. It is not a letter that wounds. It is a letter that returns what was taken. It carries the weight of truth and the gentleness of a hand on your back. You will be guided to a place that used to make you small and you will stand there without shrinking. The room will remember your footsteps and give you space you did not have before. Even the shadows will step aside because your arrival is lawful. You will not need to argue for your belonging because your belonging is already signed. You will not need to beg for your portion because your portion knows your voice. You will not need to rush or chase because what is yours will not run from you. The clock says little, but heaven has already stepped into the minute with you. The path in front of you glows like a line drawn by steady hands. You will feel a peace that is not shallow because it comes from deep water. 666 Blessing now. Type Amen to anchor calm. Peace settles your breath and wisdom walks beside you with every choice. A name from your past will arrive with unexpected softness. The rough edge in their tone will be filed down by remorse and clarity. They will offer a truth they could not hold before. You will hear footsteps of support where you used to hear footsteps of doubt. The atmosphere around you will change in a way you can feel on your skin. Even the silence will turn friendly and full. Archangel Michael says the door you feared is already unlatched and waiting for your hand. Your courage is not a performance because it is built from something real. Your history bows to a new instruction and steps into line. The call you have been missing is ringing right now in a frequency your spirit understands. You will not miss it this time because your ears have learned the sound of honest help. You will answer without hesitation and relief will enter like sunlight through clean glass. 777 Blessing now. Type Amen to welcome honor. Recognition locates you and your name is spoken with respect. There is money that left your circle for a reason that did not bless you. That money is turning around with interest added by unseen accounting. You will be surprised by how precisely it returns to the right address. Someone in authority will notice the pattern of your integrity and feel moved to intervene. They will clear a barrier because they remember a quiet kindness you gave when no one was watching. They will move a file from the bottom to the top. A room that was not built with you in mind will rearrange itself to fit you perfectly. A chair that never had your name on it will suddenly feel like it was carved for your shoulders. You will sit and the table will make space. The heavy news you feared will soften before it reaches you. The words that once would have broken you will land like rain on ground that can drink. You will not be undone because you are held by something larger than fear. 888 Blessing now. Tap him into Abanervo. Provision finds your address and opportunities cluster like bright birds. A stranger is speaking well of you in a circle you have never entered. They watched you from a distance and were changed by the steadiness you did not know you carried. Their good report is building a bridge you will soon cross. Your sleep will feel different because rest has become a promise rather than a gamble. You will wake with instructions that come in simple steps. You will follow them with a confidence that feels new and honest. The apology you deserved is coming even if you learn to live without it. It will not control your mood because your healing did not wait for their words. Still, their words will complete a puzzle you carried half-finished. A gatekeeper will switch from resistance to relief when they see you arrive. They wanted to protect something they did not understand and now they understand. They will lift the latch and stand aside with respect. 999 Blessing now. Tap him into Finalize breakthroughs. Completion rests on your work and celebration rises without delay. You used to hold yourself back because you did not want to disturb anyone. That restraint taught you precision, but it became too heavy to carry. Now the weight is passing to the ground where it belongs. An invitation is forming that you cannot see yet, like a shape behind a curtain. It gathers signatures and schedules and small approvals in your favor. It will arrive when your spirit is ready to enjoy it rather than fear it. You are not late to your own life because your timing is being rewritten by grace. The years that felt spent are being repurposed like wood turned into a strong table. You will host moments on that table that heal other people. Your laugh is coming back like a remembered song. Your tears will shift from salt to medicine and leave your face brighter than before. Your hands will learn ease without guilt. 11:11 Blessing now. Tap him into seal alignment. Right place and right time meet you at the next step. You will feel a gentle nudge to open the folder you avoided for months. Inside is one detail that fixes the whole picture. You will close it with relief and move forward without the usual tightness. An elder will bless your path with a simple phrase that lands deep. Your words will not be fancy, but they will carry weight like an anchor. You will feel steadier than you have in years. A younger voice will echo that blessing with energy and hope. You will hear your own courage reflected back to you. Generations will agree that your next move is right. Even the objects in your home will feel rearranged to support your growth. A corner that used to collect dust will become a space where you breathe better. Light will find angles it could not find before. 12:12 Blessing now. Tap him into embrace elevation. New levels open without the pressure that used to follow you. The message on your phone that you almost swipe away will matter. Read it and you will feel something unlock in your chest. It will not demand, it will invite. You will remember the person you promised to become before disappointment tried to edit you. That memory will not burn, it will warm like a small fire in winter. You will build around it with patience. Archangel Michael says your courage is now a doorway and not a wall. Walk through and watch how the hallway fills with friendly faces. The right allies arrive because you finally look like yourself from the inside out. The old criticism will pass by like a train you no longer board. You will wave as it goes and stay where your peace lives. You will choose presence over performance. 13:13 Blessing now. Type Amen to activate favor with people. The right hearts lean toward you and the wrong ones fade without noise. A quiet friend will reveal that they have been protecting your name. They turned away a careless rumor with calm authority. Their loyalty worked behind scenes you never see. You will feel a release in your shoulders when a burden that was never yours slips away. The relief will be so honest that you might pause in the doorway just to breathe. Keep moving because the path is ready. Your creative idea is not random because it returns with better shoes and a clearer map. It wants your yes without the old pressure to prove anything. You will say yes for joy and not for survival. A door will open on a weekday afternoon when everything feels ordinary. You will step through and the ordinary will glow with quiet magic. You will carry that glow into rooms that forgot how to be kind. 14:14 Blessing now. Type Amen to strengthen your voice. Your words land softly but firmly and the right ears listen. A long conversation will end with a simple understanding that heals years of confusion. Both sides will exhale and find new language for old pain. The agreement will not hurt your boundaries because it honors them. Your future self is already reaching back to thank you for staying present. The roots you set today will hold up a harvest you cannot number. You are building something that will outlast the weather. The person who misrepresented you will experience a change of heart that feels like sunrise. It will step forward without boasting and set the record straight. Their honesty will leave you lighter than you expected. Paperwork aligns in your favor with a neat finality, numbers and names settle into rows that tell the truth. You will sign your part and walk away with calm. 1515 Blessing now, type Amen to receive strategic guidance. Steps arrange themselves and confusion dissolves quietly. A notification arrives from a place you once called closed, it holds a green light where there used to be red. The timing is exact and helpful. Your home will hear laughter again like it was built for the sound, the walls will recognize joy and reflect it back. The floor will carry your dance without complaint. The next call you take feels like a lift instead of a weight, the voice on the other end brings clarity and not confusion. You finish the call taller. You will be surprised by how gentle power can feel when it is real, it does not rush or shout. It guides and steadies. You will prefer it instantly. 1616 Blessing now. Type Amen to magnetize provision. Every true need is met with elegance and ease, a threshold appears where there used to be a dead end. You step and the ground arrives under your feet as if it had been waiting. Your balance holds like a promise kept, the story you tell yourself about yourself is changing for the better. You are not rehearsing old failures anymore because they are not your size. You wear confidence like a coat that fits correctly. Archangel Michael says your name is rising on the wind that carries good news. The wind moves through offices and homes and hearts that can recognize you. The report is clean and bright, your calendar gathers engagements that actually nourish you. You say yes with peace and no with respect. People accept both because your spirit is clear. 1717 Blessing now. Type Amen to secure protection. Harm passes by and goodwill stands guard over your path. The city feels different when you walk tomorrow because favor walks with you. Even the small errands arrange themselves around your rhythm. You end the day with energy left in your pocket. Someone will surprise you with a gift that solves an annoying problem in one move. It will not be loud or flashy, but it will be exactly right. Gratitude will linger longer than usual. You will hear your name in a room where decisions are made. The tone will be warm and certain. Your absence will not harm you because your integrity speaks when you are not present. The mirror will greet you with kindness you once saved for others. You will recognize your own progress without the old habit of diminishing it. That recognition will multiply your strength. 1818 Blessing now. Type Amen to welcome healthy expansion. Growth arrives without chaos and peace scales with your influence. The final stretch of this waiting season is passing like a cloud that forgot how to rain. It dissolves and the sky looks bigger than you remember. You can breathe without measuring every breath. Your heart is being prepared to hold more love without losing balance. You will pour without emptying because your source is steady. You will receive without guilt because your hands are clean. The helper assigned to your next chapter has been briefed well. They know your history and your needs and your rhythm. They will deliver support with accuracy. Your legacy is waking up and stretching its arms. It smiles because it recognizes the morning. You will smile because you feel seen by a future that welcomes you. 1919 Blessing now. Type Amen to finalize this chapter with grace. Endings resolve gently and new beginnings open like light. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. The horizon you could not reach yesterday feels one arm's length closer. The air in your room is brighter as if some invisible window has been washed clear. You stand and the floor answers you with a calm steadiness. A memory arrives carrying a detail you missed when you were tired. It places itself like a puzzle piece found under the chair and something clicks in your chest. The picture of your next step sharpens without strain. A soft knock echoes in your spirit where fear once lived and refused to pay rent. The tenant is gone and the space is open for peace to settle her furniture. You breathe and the breath does not shake. A lettered envelope that once traveled in circles is coming straight to you now. The detours are finished and the deliverer has instructions with your full name. You will open it and feel the room lean toward joy. 2020 blessing now. I pay men to lock in momentum. Your path is cleared of delays and your timing wears a crown of accuracy. There is a hallway you used to avoid because the lights flickered with doubt. Now those bulbs burn steady and kind as you walk through with a lifted chin. The walls are not closing and because they never could undo this new light. Your compassion is becoming your authority rather than your burden. It teaches your voice to be velvet and steel at the same time. People will hear you and feel safe and guided. The table that once seated only worry now seats strategy and rest. There are chairs for laughter and for silence that heals the inside of your ribs. Food tastes honest again because guilt is not seasoning it anymore. You will notice your own handwriting looking stronger in the notes you make today. The curves of each letter stand up like small trees that survived a long winter. The page respects you and your plans. 2121 blessing now. Type Amen to stabilize courage. Your inner weather turns mild and your decisions walk in bright shoes. An old message thread opens on your phone and a final sentence arrives that changes everything. It is short but full and it carries the weight of 10 pages of explanation. Relief rises and your shoulders lower without effort. You will be guided to check a date that matters more than you realized. That calendar square holds a quiet appointment with favor. You show up and favor shows up already smiling. Your name is traveling with dignity through circles that respect excellence. Eyes that once overlooked you are looking again with welcome. Doors that needed 2 keys will open at your touch because the second key is faith. A file with your details is being reviewed by hands that prefer truth over noise. They see your timeline and understand your steadiness. They stamp approval with a calm finality. 2222 blessing now. Type Amen to confirm approvals. Signatures align, stamps land clean. And your outcome flows toward you. A familiar road appears different because you are different. The landmarks are the same but your heart walks taller. The difference is not loud but it is permanent. The apology you never thought you would hear steps forward as if it was always scheduled. It finds you in a moment when you do not need it to be okay. That is why it works and why it lands easy. There is money you forgot you were owed that has been accumulating like quiet rain in a barrel. The barrel is tipped now and the water knows your garden by name. It pours with timing that feeds and does not flood. You will feel drawn to rearrange a corner of your home and it will change your mornings. A tiny shift invites better rest into the night that follows. You will wake more refreshed than you have in seasons. 2323 blessing now. Type Amen to welcome provision. Resources find correct routes and generosity circles back multiplied. An authority figure who once looked past you now looks straight at you with clarity. They see what you carry and they decide to sponsor room for it. Their yes clicks into place like a well-made lock. Your patience is being repaid in a currency that spends everywhere. It shows up as trust from others and trust from your future self. You will not need to chase because your worth is known. A quiet mentor will step beside you without announcing themselves loudly. Their advice will fit you like a tailored coat that does not restrict your arms. You will move and feel supported without being crowded. You will return to a task you once found confusing and it will feel simple now. You will smile at the proof of growth written in the ease of your hands. You will finish and close the book softly. 24/24 Blessing now. Type Amen to amplify wisdom. Insight rises on command and the next right step becomes plain. The phone call that used to knot your stomach arrives in a better tone, a kinder voice is on the line and the facts lean in your favor. You end with gratitude that lingers like a warm light. A message from a distance carries kindness you never asked for but always deserve. They speak your name with care and you feel seen across miles. The distance shrinks because honesty travels fast. Your footsteps sound different in familiar rooms because they carry ownership. You are not visiting your own life anymore. You are standing in it with both feet and both hands steady. Paperwork lands with a simple instruction and a clear deadline you can meet. You follow through and the result is clean. The relief frees space in your day for something beautiful. 25/25 Blessing now. Type Amen to strengthen follow through. Focus holds. Tasks complete, and peace lingers after the work. An unexpected refund arrives with a note that reads resolve. It returns not only funds but confidence in divine accounting. You nod as if some inner ledger just balanced. You will feel permission to celebrate a small thing as if it were large. That celebration calls larger things toward you like a beacon. Joy has always been a magnet for more joy. Someone who doubted you will borrow your language in a moment of need. They will realize your wisdom by using it. Respect will bloom quietly between you. A doorway that once squeaked with friction now swings on oiled hinges. The person who holds that door smiles without hidden edges. You walk through without watching your back. 26/26 Blessing now. Type Amen to bathe the path in peace. Friction fades, grace greases the hinges and progress hums. News travels to you that a meeting you needed is now confirmed. The calendar block shines like palette silver. You prepare and your preparation fits the moment. You will receive clarity about a relationship that kept you uncertain. The signal turns green or red without confusion. You honor the color and move accordingly with dignity. Your sleep is guarded tonight by unseen hands that take shifts on your behalf. Dreams arrive not to confuse but to sort and soothe. You wake held and ready. A small gift appears at the exact hour you were tempted to feel overlooked. It could be a text or a smile or a favor completed. It interrupts the lie that you are alone. 27/27 Blessing now. Type Amen to deepen belonging. Community forms neatly around your purpose and kindness keeps rhythm. An elder speaks a simple blessing over your work and it lands like rain on fertile ground. That sentence echoes through future rooms you have not entered yet. The echo makes space for you in advance. Your hands learn a new skill without the old heaviness. The learning curve bends politely in your direction. You find delight in the climb rather than dread. You will notice a stranger holding the door of opportunity without needing credit. Their humility will teach you quiet strength. You will remember their face because kindness leaves a mark. Your daily routine receives one small upgrade that ripples through the week. The ripple stacks like neatly folded fabric until your days feel tailored. You wear time better and time treats you better. 2828 Blessing now. Type Amen to dress your days in grace. Schedules align, breath deepens, and energy returns on time. The boundary you set with trembling now stands like a wall with flowers growing over it. People honor it because you honor it. The garden inside you blooms and invites only the right visitors. A message finds you at noon with a detail about a document you nearly forgot. The detail fixes a chain of steps that needed one quiet correction. Relief spreads slowly and then all at once. Your voice carries further without getting louder. It is the weight of truth doing the work for you. Rooms adjust their attention out of respect. A financial door opens with a soft click, not a dramatic crash. It feels healthy rather than risky. You step through with calm lungs. 2929 Blessing now. Type Amen to secure sustainable increase. Income stabilizes, expenses behave, and wisdom governs flow. A healer in your life, perhaps a friend with gentle hands, reminds you to rest. A reminder does not scold, it invites. You accept and healing accelerates quietly. You will notice beauty in a place that used to feel gray, that will not demand a photo. But you will carry the image in your chest. That beauty will nourish patience for the next good thing. A promise you made to yourself is honored in public by a small ceremony of completion. Maybe it is a handshake, a signature, or an email sent. The closure tastes clean. You will find that the story told about you is correcting itself in rooms you do not enter. Truth has feet and they walk quickly when the time is right. You breathe easier without needing to defend. 3030 Blessing now. Type Amen to invite honest reputation. Your name gathers light, rumors fall quiet, and favor follows. A gatekeeper who once delayed you will offer you a shortcut that saves days. They now understand your mission and wish to help. You accept with gratitude that keeps dignity intact. The quiet dream you parked for later blinks its headlights like a patient friend. It is ready for a drive on smoother roads. You pick up the keys and smile at the hum. A simple deal with someone kind will fix an ache that dockers could not name. Shared bread and shared laughter stitch a tear in your spirit. You leave the table lighter. The next sunrise brings an instruction written in the way the light hits your floor. You follow that small instruction and it unlocks a corridor of results. The day answers you like a friend. 3131 Blessing now. Type Amen to multiply small obediences. Little steps unlock large rooms and grace composes your itinerary. You will clear a drawer and discover an item you thought you lost. It carries a memory that once hurt and now heals. You smile at the proof that time can be kind. A mentor's email arrives with 3 lines that change your week. They confirm what you sensed and one detail you missed. You adjust and your plan fits perfectly. Your empathy becomes a shield instead of a drain. You know when to pour and when to pause. People respect both and trust grows. A project that stalled will move forward with a fresh partner. Your strengths complement yours like interlocking pieces. The work feels like music again. 3232 Blessing now. Type Amen to attract right partners. Collaboration clicks. Timelines behave and results glow. The door of opportunity opens in a building you once watched from the outside. You walk in and familiarity greets you like you belong. You do belong and the room knows it. You will receive a note of thanks from someone you helped long ago. Their gratitude lands as proof that good seeds never die. Your heart keeps sowing generously. A delicate conversation approaches and you handle it with velvet precision. The other person feels honored and understood. A bridge forms where there was once a gap. Your future begins leaving small gifts on your present doorstep. The gifts look ordinary until you use them and watch them multiply. You recognize the pattern and smile. 3333 blessing now. Type Amen to welcome future favors early. Tomorrow's kindness visits today and sets your pace to joy. The sound of your footsteps will signal calm to those who love you. They will hear you coming and their nervous systems will rest. You become a walking invitation to breathe. A supervisor or client or elder will send a short approval that carries long privileges. A brevity equals confidence in you. This is earned trust and it is durable. The weather inside you clears and the view stretches for miles. You can see autumn's gold and spring's green at the same time. Hope stops being a theory and becomes the temperature. An item you needed drops to the right price at the right hour. You recognize the timing and say yes without guilt. Provision enjoys being noticed and it stays close. 3434 blessing now. Type Amen to calibrate abundance. Needs meet solutions neatly and overflow flows responsibly. A beautiful surprise is scheduled for an ordinary afternoon. It arrives wrapped in humility and competence. You do not have to perform to receive it. Your steps take you past a doorway you never saw before because you were busy surviving. Now you see it and it sees you. Inside is a table with your name engraved where only you could read it. Your boundaries and your generosity learn to dance instead of argue. The rhythm is elegant and easy. People learn your music and move with respect. A final piece of paperwork returns stamped completed in clear ink. You file it without a second thought and feel years lift. That folder will not weigh your hands again. 3535 blessing now. Type Amen to finalize cycles. Loose ends tie themselves and your energy returns home. You place your phone face down and discover the quiet is kind. The minutes you feared losing give you hours of clarity. You smile at the math of peace. Someone you once admired from far away steps into your life with friendly certainty. They are not a mirage but a peer. Mutual respect forms in the first 5 words. An invitation arrives to speak or show your work in a room you once only dreamed about. You accept without shrinking because the fit is true. Your presence comforts others and raises the ceiling for everyone. A long path behind you glows as if to say thank you for walking me. You nod to your own history with affection. The story has been hard and holy and it is still becoming good. 3636 blessing now. Type Amen to honor the journey. Gratitude rewires the past and tenderness builds tomorrow. The night will hold you gently and return you to the morning without alarms inside your bones. You will wake with ease and a clean appetite for the day. Peace will meet you at the door like a loyal friend. Your laughter will arrive sooner in conversations and stay longer without apology. It will sound like freedom to those who hear it. They will remember how to laugh with you. a piece of wisdom that used to feel out of reach now sits on your tongue. You speak and the atmosphere cooperates. Solutions gather because language invited them. A child's joy or a small animal's trust will remind you that goodness remains abundant. You receive that reminder as instruction and comfort. You are still a home for wonder. 3737 blessing now. Type Amen to shelter wonder. Innocence is protected, hope is renewed, and creativity wakes eager. The meeting you thought would be complicated ends earlier than expected because agreement lands quickly. People surprise you with their readiness to do right. You leave before sunset with energy to spare. A lovely coincidence reveals that two separate paths were always leading to one door. You recognize the choreography and whisper a quiet thank you. The dance continues beautifully. You release a habit that once promised safety and delivered heaviness. The release feels like unlocking a window nobody knew was painted shut. Fresh air becomes your daily guest. You write your name on a new page and it looks like it belongs there. The page nods and the book continues. You are a chapter that refuses to be tragic. 3838 blessing now. Type Amen to anchor new identity. Old labels slide off and the true name fits perfectly. Your calendar grows eyes for rest so it can see when to guard your time. You honor those eyes and they honor you back. This is how longevity is born. The right mentor texts you a one-line nudge at the exact right hour. You already knew, but now you are confirmed. You move with decisive grace. The rumor that once stunned your heart loses all flavor and crumbles to dust. Even the echo forgets the words. Truth has crowded out the noise. You pick up a pen and your hand writes more kindly about your own life. The ink agrees with the new narrative. Pages turn themselves. 3939 blessing now. Type Amen to write the script. Compassion becomes policy and your story reads strong. A small travel or small change of scene refreshes you in ways you cannot measure. New light hits your face and your ideas lift their faces too. You return with full pockets of clarity. The person who tried to close a door on you will begin opening doors for others because of what they learned watching you. You will feel no bitterness as you see their growth. This is true victory and it tastes clean. You will receive a sign with your favorite number or color in an ordinary place. It will feel like a wink from the future. You will smile and keep walking. Quietly you will notice your prayers have become gratitude reports. The ratio shifts toward thanks and stays there. This is what answered looks like. 4040 blessing now. Type Amen to live in answered space. Requests become testimonies and peace becomes your address. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. The road that felt narrow yesterday is stretching wider beneath your steps. You can feel the edges soften like clay warmed by steady hands. Space is making room for your pace and your peace. A calm message reaches you inside a noise that used to rattle your bones. The sound that once pushed you around now listens to your breath. You choose your rhythm and the room obeys. Your reflection carries more light than last week and it is not an accident. You kept going on days that did not clap for you. Now the applause rises from inside where it cannot be stolen. A simple kindness you gave in secret has gathered compound interest. It returns through an unexpected channel with the same quiet tone. You receive without guilt because the exchange is clean. 4141 blessing now. Type Amen to lock in restoration. Lost ground is returned with interest and your strength comes back gentle and strong. A door that once required introductions now recognizes your presence. You step toward it and it swings because your integrity has credentials. Act just follows those who honor the process. You will revisit a dream with wiser eyes and steady hands. The shape has matured along with you and the fit feels exact. This time you carry joy rather than pressure. A message lands that clarifies a name, a date, and a route. The three pieces fit like a taut chord that hums in your chest. You follow the sound and arrive on time. Your body remembers safety and teaches your mind to trust the moment. Shoulders drop, jaw softens, breath deepens, and the room brightens. Relief becomes normal rather than rare. 4242 blessing now. Type Amen to align timing. Delays dissolve, momentum steadies, and the right meetings greet you kindly. An ally who was quiet in the background steps into the frame. They speak on your behalf with facts and warmth. Their influence opens corridors you did not know existed. The effort you made in the dark is now visible in daylight. People do not see the struggle but they see the grace. Grace is enough because it tells the whole truth. Your schedule holds one golden hour reserved for the real work. In that hour distractions bow and ideas stand at attention. You move with clarity as if guided by a gentle compass. An invoice clears faster than expected and the account settles with a pleasant finality. The number on the screen is precise and better than you hoped. You nod and move forward with calm. 4343 blessing now. Type Amen to stabilize provision. Income flows cleanly, obligations balance, and generosity finds wise paths. A conversation that used to loop now lands on resolution. Both hearts hear and both hearts heal. The air feels newly oxygenated and the room smiles. You will be offered a seat in a strategy circle that values depth over noise. Your presence ends ballast and exactly the right questions of the heart. Progress becomes elegant and efficient. Your craft evolves with a beautiful simplicity that surprises you. Few moves create truer results. The outcome looks like you and the world recognizes the signature. A small travel or walk shifts your perspective by inches that matter. You notice angles and colors you missed when you were carrying too much. Freshness enters through the open window of attention. 4444 blessing now. Type Amen to refresh vision. Focus sharpens, fatigue lifts, and creative doors glide open. An official letter carries the final approval you needed to proceed. The language is clear and the seal is firm. You feel the click of destiny moving into the next notch. You return a bar of worry to the place it came from. The owner refuses it because it no longer fits them either. The worry dissolves because nobody is willing to feed it. Your name is attached to a project that comes with honor and healthy responsibility. The team trusts your steadiness and enjoys your humor. Work tastes good because respect seasons it. A mentor hands you one sentence that saves you months. You write it down and it feels like a map folded into your pocket. You walk straighter because the road is now marked. 4545 blessing now. Type Amen to inherit wisdom. Shortcuts that do not cut character appear and your steps grow sure. You close a loop with gratitude and the past loosens its grip. Memory cooperates with healing and chooses kinder frames. The story stands whole without pretending it was easy, the right invitation reaches you without fanfare. It proves itself by how peacefully it fits. You answer with a calm yes that tastes like truth. A resource you needed is introduced by a friend of a friend. A connection is clean and mutually beneficial. Everybody leaves proud of the bridge. You notice that fear has lost its favorite hiding place. The corner where it once sat now holds a lamp and a chair. Light and rest replace old alarms. 4646 blessing now. Type Amen to secure courage. Your weather remains clear and decisions arrive with steady hands. A quiet reconciliation forms across a long and complicated distance. The olive branch is small but sincere. You accept it with boundaries and warmth living side by side. You will organize one drawer, one folder, or one thought that frees hours. The tiny order multiplies into calm. You smile at how gently efficiency can feel. Your patience becomes visible to those who benefit from it. Gratitude finds language and returns as cooperation. Work and relationship move in the same direction. An unexpected thank you note reminds you that seeds travel further than sight. The words are simple and pure. Your heart receives the proof that kindness circulates. 4747 blessing now. Type Amen to circulate kindness. What you give returns upgraded and community grows around truth. A threshold you feared is crossed all else without noticing. You realize you are already on the other side. Ease becomes your teacher and you listen well. A document you send lands in the first review stack. The reviewer reads with sympathy and precision. Approval follows with a tone that respects your effort. Your body asks for water, movement, and rest and you give it all three. Energy rises like a morning tide. The day meets you with a wink, a phone call delivers the sentence you waited to hear for years. You hear it and your heartbeat answers with gratitude. Blower arrives in a kind package. 4848 blessing now. Type Amen to seal closure. Doors that needed to shut do so softly and new doors open without squeaks. A favor you extended long ago stands up today and returns with friends. Opportunities cluster like birds that know when to migrate. You host them with confidence and care. You accept help without shrinking because help honors the mission. The weight divides and progress doubles. The team breathes easier and creativity grows bright. Your reputation shifts from promising to proven. People reference your consistency and not just your talent. A shift clicks open a level built for endurance. A small risk you take lands on soft ground and produces early fruit. You taste the beginning and no more is on the way. Hope feels practical and grounded. 4949 blessing now. Out Amen to confirm momentum. Effort compounds, allies align, and outcomes gather gracefully. A tender message from a family corner slips into your day. It carries respect where there used to be distance. You answer with gentleness and the bond strengthens. You witness a miracle of timing so elegant that words would only reduce it. You simply nod and breathe. Gratitude sits down beside you and stays. Your sleep becomes a meeting place for guidance that arrives without fear. Dreams sort, peel, and file what needed order. You wake with a to-do list that feels sacred and simple. An artist inside you picks up old tools with new purpose. Colors behave and lines listen. The canvas records joy and truth. 5050 blessing now. Type Amen to crown the chapter. Guidance, art, and love weave into a steady future that fits you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. The sun leans through your window like a faithful messenger that knows your schedule. You feel the gentlest insistence to stand tall even before your feet touch the floor. The room agrees and steadiness answers your name. Something you filed under later begins calling itself now with a clean tone. You look at it and it no longer drains your courage. It greets you like a door already half open. A friend who drifted to the edges returns with careful words and steady eyes. They bring clarity without drama and kindness without strings. The reunion lands like a warm coat on a windy street. Your hands choose the necessary tool and the first task yields in the first try. Structure appears where fog used to sit. You nod to the proof that grace prefers precision. 5151 blessing now. Type Amen to fasten foundations. Right actions lock into place, energy flows clean. An order protects your peace. An overlooked email reveals a path that matches the shape of your calling. The details do not shout but they align with quiet accuracy. You step toward them and feel supported by time itself. A doorway guarded by protocol recognizes your preparation. The guard smiles because diligence speaks a language that always translates. You walk through and your pace remains calm. Your night rests easy because the air around you has learned to honor stillness. Dreams return with solutions rather than riddles. Morning meets you with a soft thrill of direction. Someone who once doubted your vision will borrow your steadiness to stand upright. They will not announce the change but you will feel it in their tone. Respect replaces resistance without a call. 5252 blessing now. Type Amen to magnetize right alliances. Loyal hearts gather. Shared purpose strengthens and help arrives on rhythm. A document that required 6 signatures returns complete and correct. The paper smells like closure and the ink reads like relief. You file it and the cabinet becomes lighter. You will sense a nudge to take the scenic route and it will save you from a hidden delay. The detour becomes a deliverance wrapped in beauty. You arrive as if escorted by favor. A tiny habit changes the temperature of your afternoons. Water, a walk, a pause where a page turns rest into momentum. The hours cooperate with your gentleness. You will stand in a room that once made you small and your shoulders will not remember how to shrink. The ceiling seems higher because you have grown. The space shakes your hand like an equal. 5353 blessing now. Type Amen to stretch capacity. Strength expands kindly, responsibilities fit and joy remains present. An unexpected credit appears on an account that used to avoid blessing your name. The balance flips from weight to lift, you receive and move forward without apology. The right sentence lands in your notes and becomes a key that opens 3 separate doors. You turn it once and corridors glow awake, simplicity proves its power again. A message crosses oceans to confirm what you heard in your spirit last week. The harmony is unmistakable and steady, you place the confirmation where fear cannot reach it. Your breath deepens as you sign your part and hand the packet to the next steward. The relay continues because you did your stretch with excellence. The baton moves and the race keeps its grace. 5454 Blessing now. Type Amen to seal approvals, stamps land clean, gates swing quiet, and outcomes honor your timeline. You feel a tug to clear one shelf and you obey without fuss. Hidden beneath the dust is a small reminder of who you promised to be. That reminder laughs softly and escorts you forward. A former critic watches you work with new eyes and learns from the way you move. They recognize the difference between noise and mastery. Their heart chooses humility and growth. You will receive coordinates in the form of a date, a location, and an hour. All three align like stars arranging a simple map. You show up and the room already knows your name. Your voice gathers weight without adding volume. People listen because steadiness carries its own amplification. The atmosphere aligns with your intention. 5555 Blessing now. Type Amen to crown authority. Your presence calms storms, your words land true, and influence stays pure. A neighbor's kindness arrives as if rehearsed by heaven. It solves a problem you kept postponing and frees mental space for clarity. Gratitude makes a home at your table. A letter you wrote to your future self years ago returns as a fulfilled promise. The tone feels familiar and healed. You hold the page and feel history bow to hope. You catch the scent of a new beginning in the small routine of your day. It smells like fresh paper and trustworthy ink. You know this chapter will hold. Your courage no longer needs spectacle because it has nothing to prove. You act with a quiet certainty that protects energy and honors time. Results follow like well-trained companions. 5656 Blessing now. Up into sustained momentum, effort multiplies gently. Doors stay cooperative and peace keeps pace with progress. The voice message arrives with a concise yes that unlocks the next stage. You replay it once and then stop because confidence is settled. The yes wears permanence like a ring. A meeting that once felt impossible fits perfectly into your schedule. Everyone showed up prepared and open. Agreement lands quickly and respectfully. You discover a resource library you had access to all along. The keys were in your pocket and now your hand knows the shape. You open the vault and take only what fits your mission. A timeline that used to rush you slows to match your best rhythm. Deadlines respect health and quality. The work breathes and excellence grows. 5757 Blessing now. Type Amen to harmonize pace. Time cooperates, pressure loosens, and brilliance emerges without strain. A reconciliation you prayed for arrives on soft feet. It does not erase the past but it redeems the lesson. Hands meet without flinching and the bridge holds. You notice that laughter sits closer to the surface of your day. It rings like a bell that calls joy back to the table. People relax because your ease gives permission. An idea lands fully formed while you are doing something ordinary. You write it down and it refuses to fade. It becomes a pillar for the next season. You will be introduced to a collaborator who speaks the language of integrity. Their pace complements yours and their humor keeps meetings warm. Together you produce work that heals. 5858 Blessing now. Type Amen to attract gold and collaborations. Fit is exact. Trust is mutual, and outcomes shine quietly. Long pending uptick posts in your favor with zero resistance. The notification is small but the impact is wide. You exhale and the room exhales with you. Your steps carry you into a place that once denied you and now welcomes you. The change is not an accident because truth has finished its work. You enter with dignity and leave with peace. You wake one morning and realize the old ache no longer narrates your day. It may visit but it does not lead. You bless the progress and keep walking. A simple purchase or gift improves your daily flow with surprising power. Efficiency becomes elegant and rest earns interest. Your life fits better because the details cooperate. 5959 Blessing now. Type Amen to optimize daily flow. Systems align. Clutter fades. And hours return multiplying. A mentor's quiet praise reaches the ear of someone who decides quickly and fairly. The praise is precise and credible. A door opens because truth traveled ahead of you. Your family line receives a healing that releases old pressure. Patterns break like thin blasts under a warm hand. New choices become normal and kind. A new stream of income begins without noise or strain. It is honest and sustainable. You steward it with calm wisdom. Evening closes with a soft certainty that you are exactly where you should be. You sip peace like a warm drink that never cools. Night holds you and morning plans to meet you smiling. 6060 Blessing now. Type Amen to live in settled goodness. Home is safe, work is purposeful. And tomorrow arrives friendly. If you wish to express your support further,